I'm now being joined by Honorable Sada Soli, who is one of the speakership aspirants for the House of Reps in the 10th National Assembly. He's live with me here in our Abuja studio. Thank you so much, Honorable, for joining us.
Thank you, Sean, for having me.
I understand that there was a meeting of some of you and your governors in the North Central region. That meeting was more...
Northwest. I'm from Northwest.
Okay, you're from Northwest. North Central governors had a meeting with the caucus of the North Central governors, and there's still this agitation about the manner in which the APC did the zoning. You are still, you are one of the aspirants. But then, since APC released that zoning, I assume as a party man, probably you've changed your mind, have you?
Well, actually, I'm a party man. Yes, the APC released that zoning. We met, remember, we met the coalition of the aspirants. We met the NWC. And I can categorically tell you we know what they told us. They were, yes, they released the list, but still they're looking ways how they can address some of the challenges in the process of releasing that list. Let me be honest with you. The president-elect is a full-blown Democrat. He's a full-blown Democrat.
You know him that much?
I know him that much. I have worked with him in 1993 when I was a staff of the National Assembly, when he was a senator. It was that short stint. So I have known him, and I have followed his political trajectory over a long period of time. When he was in London, I went to see him when he had a knee problem. When he came back, he gave us some small assignment, which we delivered the assignment. So I can relatively say that he's a full-blown Democrat. He's someone who is very inclusive. He is someone who can correct mistakes if his attention is driven, is called on the mistakes that were made, because he's a very inclusive politician. He is someone who recruits leadership. Someone who recruits leadership will always accept when things go wrong and go back and address those things.
You think this is a mistake?
I think it was a mistake.
You don't think it's deliberate? A deliberate mistake or a mistake of a deliberate intention?
No, it was not. It was not deliberate. No, knowing the person involved.
So is it a mistake of a deliberate intention, of a deliberate mistake of an indeliberate intention?
I didn't want to go into those semantics. The issue, the bottom line, that was a mistake.
Because the question I'm asking, that these people you're talking about that made this decision, they're not just new beef for politicians. There are people who have cut their teeth over the years doing all this.
Yeah.
And, we know what strategic communications is all about.
Let me ask you
something. When you want to test the waters, you throw the information out there well in time so that it can swell and douse before you take your decision. This perhaps has been for over a week now.
I don't think so. But let me ask you something. What is the most difficult thing in public administration?
You tell us.
Managing success.
Is that what your party is facing right now?
Yes. And we should not be arrogant with success.
I don't know how this will turn out, but you've been in the National Assembly. You should be able to tell us tonight what your sense, what you make of what is going on based on history. Your party has been badly beaten in this kind of trajectory that they're going. When you take a decision and there are agitations, especially in the politics of the National Assembly, it has not gone well for your party in the past. Do you think that that could also happen?
It's possible, because it had happened before. History has, can repeat itself. It has already repeated itself. But you see, when you can look back and say, hey, let us look back, we have made a mistake, or there are issues that we need to correct, it's better you correct them before the time is up. We are not yet there. The politics of National Assembly is not outside the chamber. It's within the chamber. Within 30, 40, 10 minutes, the politics of the National Assembly can change. The struggle for the emergence of leadership can always change within 5 minutes in that chamber before the election of that. Those that are aware of that, it had happened to Femi. When they went into chamber with a number of 240, they lost election. Adiola Akande, during Tambol issue. They lost election. In the Senate, they lost election. During Saraki, they lost election because the nitty-gritties were not attended to. Because the politics of National Assembly is not driven from outside.
Honorable.
You must address these issues before you get into the chamber. And I know it can be addressed with the person that is in charge.
You don't think that this is already cast in stone?
I don't think so. You
don't think the president-elect will run away from people like you?
No. No, because he's a very inclusive person. He's someone who does not run away from challenges. He has been battered enough in Nigerian politics, and you can see him home and dry.
You are from the Northwest. I don't know why you have a problem with what is going on. Because already, some of your brothers are already being nominated and being picked. I mean, you should be dancing on their behalf. Those people who are crying foul, some of them are from the North Central region. It's the North Central, basically, that thinks that they are being changed in the whole scheme of things. Soli, what is your own issue? Do you have an issue?
I have no issue. We have no, even among us, all of us, the contestants, the aspirants, we have no issue with Taju. We have no issue with Ben Kalu. These are our friends. We know their strength. We know what they can do. We have no issue absolutely with them. Let me tell you the process. Can you tell me from any news, from any information, if the governors of Northwest were consulted when Abbas was announced? No.
So Abbas is not a consensus?
It's not the issue. He's not the issue. But the way
they didn't consult you.
He was not consulted.
If you were consulted, would you guys have picked anybody else apart from Abbas?
Probably Abbas could have emerged if we had been consulted. And that was the confidence we were given.
So this is an ego problem?
It's not an ego problem.
So if you say that it could have emerged, now the people who you say could have emerged, what then is the problem?
Let me be honest with you, Shewin. Yeah. If I were the person who emerged, if those processes were not addressed, I could have been facing the same problem. What I am saying, we should be learning our mistakes. We should be learning. I could remember when Speaker Femi called all the aspirants, including Taju himself, he assured us there's going to be consultation. Wide-ranging consultation, and you can attest to the fact that even the letter that was the information that was released in somewhere in the last paragraph or one or two paragraphs, they made mention that wide-ranging consultations will be done. So, which means it was not done. Why should a party find itself in this kind of situation when history is there? When there are people of quality to look at this. Look, I don't know why we should have a problem with that. You know why I'm talking like this? The president-elect was a senator. The vice president-elect is a senator. First lady is a senator. The national party chairman is a senator. The national secretary of the party is a senator. The national vice chairman is a senator. Why should they have this kind of problem? They should know the dynamics that play out in the politics of the emergence of the leadership of the National Assembly.
Is it a personal fight for you?
It's absolutely not a personal fight, but
because I thought that if those who are agitating, Honorable Tajuddin Abbas from Northwest Kaduna State, Senator Barau Jibrin from Kano, Northwest and North Central lawmakers are agitating that, look, how would you, out of 4 positions, how would you, in any fairness, pick one region with 2 presiding officer positions? But I thought at that moment, Honorable Soli would say, okay, these are my brothers from my region. Or are you campaigning on behalf of the North Central people?
Let me ask you, if you were APC, and if you are APC, if you did that, would you say that you have been fair?
No, I mean,
I'm just asking you
because I don't answer questions on the program. I'm the one who.
Well, I thought we are exchanging so that we can educate our viewers.
Yes, but for the sake of my job, I don't answer questions. I'm the one who asks the questions. But the question is that you are the.
Okay, Shewan, let me tell you this.
What is your grouse?
Our party, my grouse is I'm a member of the National Assembly. I do not want the consequences of a wrong decision to affect my party in 2027. It can be extremely bloody.
Are they listening to you?
I hope they're listening, because it had happened before. We were on the floor in the 6th Assembly, going into the 7th Assembly, the issue of Tambol, and the PDP lost.
Has Tajuddin Abbas met with you?
He has not met with me after the announcement, but we have met. He's a friend of mine. We attended the same school. I told you I have an excellent relationship with Taju. Very, very excellent. We have very good mutual respect. Like I told you earlier on, this issue is not about Taju. Taju is our colleague. Ben Kalu is our colleague. But what we are saying, the party should do the right thing. If the party should bring all of us together, sit with us, listen to us, and we forge ahead. Look, 6 of us or 7 of us, we all have supporters. They should not disregard that. They should not be arrogant with that. We have come along with a number of people.
How would you advise the party to amend what they have done?
I think we have spoken with the NWC, and they have listened.
What is your suggestion?
My suggestion is let them call all of us. Let them sit with us. Look, if they have determined that they want to go through with this arrangement, but let them sit with us, and we will explain to them certain things that they may not know, and then let us hear them, and then we forge ahead, if that's the decision of the party. Since they say they are reviewing, from what I learned this evening, when the North Central Governors Caucus and others met, they voiced their grievances, which is quite legitimate. And then if you look at the fact that the Northwest took Speaker and the Deputy Senate President, if that's equally fair in the political arrangement, they will also look at that. Look, there is nothing wrong in correcting wrong thing.
All right. Let me allow you to look at this image that how the party has zoned things. What the image that this has given us, because when you have the president-elect from the Southwest, the Northeast, you have the vice president-elect. The party has agreed that Gosue Akpabio from the South-South for the Senate President, Ibarra Jibrin, Deputy Speaker from the Southeast, and Speaker from the Northwest. If you are to rearrange this, how would you do it?
Well, I'm not the party.
But I'm asking you now, Honorable Soli, assuming you are giving...
Anybody with sense of fairness will not do this.
So how would you...
They know what to do. How many regions do we have? And how many positions do we have in the National Assembly?
I want you to rearrange it for
me. We have the Senate President.
Rearrange it for me.
I'm not party. I'm not APC.
No, I'm having a conversation with you.
I have already...
You've stopped being my friend.
Hold on.
Have you stopped being my friend?
Hold on. I have already voiced my concern for my party.
Yeah.
I've already voiced my voice for... Look, I have been involved in the election of 4 speakers in National Assembly. So I know the politics there. I knew how Ete emerged, how she was removed. I knew how Bankole emerged and the crisis that led in before we left. I knew how Tambol emerged. I knew how Femi emerged. I was the Deputy Director General of his campaign. Even to some extent, I knew how Dogara emerged. And you can see what happened. I was outside, but I was watching, I was talking with our colleagues. We knew how he emerged because there was arrogance in the process of the negotiation.
On the part of your party?
Well, whatever I can say, I don't know.
At the time?
Well, yes, at that time there was arrogance. Arrogance was manifested thinking that they will win. The party will win, will take its way.
And the party was shocked on both
yeah, because they should listen.
So I'm asking you to help us make sense of this arrangement and reorder it for us. What you think is fairness from your own judgment?
The party is watching this. And I'm sure the party knows the political arrangement of this country. The party knows how they share responsibilities or how they share power in this country. Anybody, any sensible party that sees this, he knows that there is something wrong.
So reorder it for us.
I'm not the party. I'm not the one who did this.
No, we're the ones who designed based on what party said.
No, you didn't design this.
I'm saying that my colleague was the one who puts this together.
Yes.
Based on what your party did. And I'm asking you, if you say there is no fairness, so what you cannot change, for example, is the fact that there is president-elect from the Southwest.
Which we
there
can't
is
change.
a VP-elect from the Northeast.
Yes.
So, do you agree with the South-South Senate President?
In your view, what is...
I don't have a view in this. What
my view...
Senate President,
Shaun, I have already explained to you my views. My views is let them look at this and let them understand the diversity in National Assembly and the country.
Let me allow everyone to listen to what happened today. Not only in the House of Reps is this conversation heated, and the agitation in the North Central region, and those who feel offended that they have not been consulted duly for over this matter. But the Godswill Akpabio and his friends met with the National Working Committee of the APC. And after that meeting, I'll allow you to listen to what was said after their deliberations.
We must join the incoming president, Bola Tinubu, not just to stabilize this country, but to bring more progress to this country, to take it from where we are now to the next level, and to ensure that future generations of this country do not regret the decisions we take today. We assure you that the decision we've taken to give this opportunity to Godswill Akpabio and his brother, Senator Jibril Barrow, will definitely bring fruits to this country. We are poised and committed to work with the Director General, including our two chairmen who are not here, Governor Omahi, Governor Bello, and many other members who are not here now. About 70 number, we are still growing. I want to appeal through you, sir, that you should talk to some of the members who are in the APC, who are yet to sign up. We just said here that it is important to obey leadership. That obeying leadership is like obeying God. We shall stand by the policies, objectives, and the entire manifesto of our great party if elected into office. We shall, by every means, try to draw the attentions of our colleagues who are yet to join this campaign team so that they can come along with us, so that together we shall actualize these endorsements.
It has looked to me that the conversations have been progressing, and you heard what Godswill Akpabio said. Obeying leadership is like obeying God. You agree?
I agree, absolutely, because leadership is from God.
So that's what your leadership is saying, this is how they want to zone it.
And why are they talking there? Why is the leadership saying they are looking at the way how they can look at and correct some of the mistakes there? We have a confirmation that they are looking at these things. They're looking how they can bring every member together and see how they can address some of the challenges they are facing. They have acknowledged the fact that, yes, there are challenges, and then they're looking ways how they can resolve these challenges so that we can move ahead. Look, we have less than about 1 month to our inauguration. We shouldn't have found ourselves in this kind of quagmire. The party should not have found itself in this quagmire.
How do you compensate the North Central, for example?
It's the decision of the party, not my decision.
Could the review reflect a compensation?
I'm sure with the ingenuity of the party, and then the president-elect and the vice president-elect, I'm sure they can resolve this. They're doing their best to see how they can resolve this so that we will not get into that chamber with some of these hangovers.
Because I understand that those opposition party in the National Assembly who are threatening that they will field candidates back down. They said they're not doing that again. It looks to me that Tajuddin Abbas and his friends have reached out to them.
Shaun, let me tell you the politics of National Assembly. Because they're elites, they're well-educated, these are accomplished people. Today, you will find A in that meeting. Tomorrow, you find B in that meeting. Next tomorrow, you find C in that meeting. You won't understand the magic that is being played there
until you get into the floor.
That day. Until that day. So it is incumbent on the party. It's incumbent on those that are listening. It's incumbent on those that are listening. Get these people. You see the way out. Get this. Get us. We are all from the same party. Look, we have friends among all the 360, remember we have 262 or more new members. They don't know the politics of the National Assembly.
Honorable
And then they're jumping from one place. So anybody that is coming to brandish number, wait until that day. Let them sort out these problems before that day.
Honorable Soli, member of the House of Representatives, member of the APC, thank you so much indeed for coming tonight.
Thank you,
I appreciate it. Thank you. It's good to see you again.